Chris, I'm going to go to you. Mental errors and mistakes doomed Cincinnati. Was this one of the worst meltdowns that you've ever seen?
It was something to witness for sure. And just the way that it happened at the end, I mean, it's such a brutal way to lose. You kind of compare it to what happened with Minnesota, and that at least is, you don't want to lose on a chip shot field goal like that, but at least that's a play that you have some control over. I mean, to get the penalty on Vontaze Burfict, and then while trainers are tending to Antonio Brown, get the penalty on Adam Jones. I mean, it was a pretty big mental collapse, and it was striking, contrasting it to what had happened earlier, because this is a team that had lost 4 straight years in the playoffs. No one really expected them to come in with A.J. McCarron and win this game. And they rallied back from 15 down to take the lead. So they showed an extreme level of mental toughness to get to that point, and then had a couple guys kind of throw it all away.
Absolutely. And there's been a lot of blame spread around. Now, Pac-Man Jones was especially vocal. Here is what he had to say on Instagram. Watch this.
Refs did a horrible job. You got Jerry Porter in the middle of the field talking to everybody, and then when somebody say something to him, he don't even supposed to be on the field.
Jerry Porter. He meant Joey Porter in that one. I said maybe Pac-Man Jones can host the Golden Globes next year, considering all those expletives. But Chris, listen, you were in the locker room after that game. Did other players feel the same way as Jones, maybe just not vocalize it like Jones did?
I mean, they were frustrated. There's no question they were frustrated, upset the way you would expect them to be. I mean, I think that they were more upset with the fact, as Jones sort of said there, that Joey Porter, Pittsburgh's assistant coach, wasn't flagged for being on the field and sort of, I don't know what you want, if you want to call it initiated or was part of the situation with Jones. He easily, I think, could have been flagged as well, in which case you get offsetting penalties probably and leave Pittsburgh at the 35-yard line. So still in kind of a tough spot for a game-winning field goal, probably still need another completion somewhere in there. I think that was their biggest complaint, was the second flag on that flag, not necessarily the flag on Vontaze Burfict's hit on Antonio Brown, but in terms of the Burfict hit, the issue for Cincinnati was just the consistency with the officials, because there were 3 of those kind of bang-bang plays in the game. That Burfict hit, Sean Williams hit on Marcus Wheaton early on, which shouldn't have been a penalty, and then Ryan Shazier on Gio Bernard, which wasn't called a penalty. So the Bengals were flagged twice. The Shazier hit went uncalled. And really, I think that's what had them more annoyed than anything.
Very interesting. Erik, in your opinion, who deserves the blame here for the meltdown by the Cincinnati Bengals?
Well, it's the Bengals. You know, you look at Vontaze Burfict on that hit, there's no reason he should hit Antonio Brown coming across the middle, and there's no place in that in this game. So you look at a veteran guy who talked to his team, he promised his team he would keep his composure, and then melts down right at the end of the game when they need him the most. That was very disappointing right there.
And, of course, the numbers are not going to be good for Marvin Lewis. Although he has made the team a perennial playoff contender, a playoff team, and a Super Bowl contender, he has yet to win a playoff game. 0-7 now is his record. Erik, does he deserve to get fired?
No. You know, I think that he's done a great job. You know, this team has moved in a different direction. They believe in one another. They have a great record. They lost their quarterback at the end of the season. You know, you can't really fault him for losing this game. You know, as he said earlier, this is a game that they weren't expected to win. A.J. McCarron running the show at quarterback, but they all stepped up. They stayed together, and they gave themselves an opportunity to win the game. Unfortunately, 2 of their veterans let them down at the end.